Hello guys, and welcome yet again to another video on here. Today I'm going to be talking about forex. I'm going to be doing a weekly outlook on the market, my bias, and what I think about the pairs that I'll be looking at for this week. So I just came up with this idea not too long ago, so I decided to be doing probably every week, every Sunday for the market opens. I'll be doing a weekly outlook on some Sundays. I can say I'll be doing it every Sunday. So but guys, if you are new to this channel and if you've not clicked on the subscribe button yet, if you are not yet subscribed, please do so. Click on the subscribe button and the notification bell that will appear afterwards to get notified whenever I drop new videos, new educative videos. So if you are a beginner, I think with this program that I've started, this weekly outlook stuff, I think you will benefit from it a lot. So do ensure to click on the subscribe button. And yeah, so let's get started. Today we're going to be starting with AUDNZD. I trade almost like a lot of pairs. I trade a lot of pairs, and yeah, trade a lot of pairs. And whenever I see my kind of setup that I trade the pair. I do not say I trade particular pairs. I trade some pairs, mostly the majors and some of the minors and exotic pairs, crosses, whatever. So yeah, on here you can see on the AUDNZD here you can see price has been moving in a descending channel for like since 2017. That's in October 2017. Price has been moving in a channel. A lot of people will have different looks on this, but you can see analyze your market in a different way and you get the same results. You understand? So for me, this is what I have seen in the market. It is moving in a channel. On here you can see it has been respecting this channel for like for years. So my bias on these is that the market, since it has come up to the top of this channel, it came here. I think this is the fourth touch on this top of this channel right here. This is the fourth touch. So this is the fourth touch. As you can see here, this is the fourth touch here. So I marked these place up, place my trend lines, the top trend line and the down trend line. So what I was expecting to see is that the market rejects these areas, then I'll be looking for sales like it has done now. Market has rejected this area. I have entered a sell for some time now. I've been on this sell for like some time, but I'm going to be talking about how I found it. So this is the weekly time frame, as you can see here. This is the weekly time frame. I'm going to go down to the daily. I do a top-down analysis where I start from the higher time frame and then go down to the lower time frame for the H4. I personally take my trade stays up on the more on the H4 and H1, and sometimes I go down to 30 minutes, but not always. Not always. So let's go back to the daily. Let's go down to the daily right now. Let's go down to the daily. As you can see here, let's straighten this thing up a little bit. I'm just okay. Let's straighten this thing up. Yes, as you can see here, market came down. I took this trade. I think I closed at break even because this market was like going against me, so I closed at break even somehow in a little bit profit. So here you can see how the market was like going up, going down, going up, going down. On the daily, it broke out of it, but you can see on the weekly, this was like a 1 bar or so, and this was like around here there was a rejection. So you see here, here's what I am. Here is where I'm basically looking at more. You can see here, price went up, rejected, it respected. It did not survive much above the descending trend line. The market came down, we tested this trend line and started falling. I used a little bit of moving averages. I used 2 moving averages, but I trade more. get my signals from there. My trade price action. My signals are based on price action. So as you can see here, this market went up, came down. To say, we formed a level, we formed a support right here. You can see this. This was the support area. Break below it, came up, came back up, and we tested here. This is on the daily. As you can see, it has started to form the downtrend structure, which means higher, lower highs and lower low. You can see this was a high, this was a lower high, this was a lower low. I think it is forming a lower low right now, and it will be going back to form a lower high. So let me go down to the H4, the 4 hours, 4 hour time frame, and let's see. Let us see. Yeah, this is the 4 hours time. This is the H4 right here. This is the H4. This is the H4. As you can see here, I took this trade around here. You can see this. I took this trade around somewhere here. You can see these levels to the left right here. You can see to the left right here. You can see this. This was a touch. This was a touch. This was a touch. It was ranging, but it was still respecting this particular level. You can see it was a touch. This was a broke out above, came down. It was another touch. So I actually entered this trade around here when the market pushed away, when the market pushed down. I entered the sell here, so there was a drawdown, like went into loss for a long time. But it's the thing about placing your stop loss. You place your stop loss is not an alien. It is not like something you place and say, okay, I want to risk only two. This is where my $2 or $200 or $2,000 or $20. This is where I want to put my stop loss. You don't put your stop loss like that. You put your stop loss at a price that invalidates your analysis. You understand? That is why position sizing is very necessary. You need to know about position sizing. If you are risking a particular amount of your account, a particular percent, you need to calculate your risk and the position size to make sure your stop loss will be at a height that invalidates your analysis. So, well, on this trade, I think I was pretty lucky on this one because it could have like whooped me out, then came back down, but it did not. You can see there it went down, made another low right here. It was retesting the previous area. As you can see here, it was testing the previous area on here. It was testing the previous area. Whenever a price is moving, it forms a support, a low, and breaks below it. There is a lot of possibilities for price to go back to the previous, the low that it has formed in the past to retest and reject before actually moving back down. So as you can see, I was lucky on this one. Price has broken out of it. I took the same day, like I said. So currently, this is the level I am looking at. Is price, and I think price is going to start with around that area. If I look at the left, it is an area as well, but I'm going to see this. There was a touch here, there was a touch back there. I'm going to go that way. So I think if price wants to continue going down, it will come up here, probably retest properly before coming down to the downside to continue its downtrend. To continue its downtrend, so I might probably scale in, and I might open another position here as soon as I see confirmation that the price will go down even more, and I continue scaling in. So this is my first target. This is my first target here. Then my second target will be at the low of the channel there. So that is it for AUDNZD. I'm going to do this video quick. I don't take like 10 hours analyzing this market. I'm going to just run through it. You can repeat it to make sure you understand it properly, to make sure I'm not too fast for you. So I'm going to go to the weekly one here. I'm going to go down to the weekly. are my zones. These are my levels, as you can see here. These lines, these blue lines, they are my levels. So since I mark up my levels, I know how to market them every day. So here you can see the market spikes up, goes down from the level here. It broke out of it on the weekly. It respected this previous resistance for a while. You can see it rejected with this week, came down, went up, broke above it. On the weekly, it didn't survive much up there. It did not survive because see the week. You see, you want to place your another level this week. You can see it didn't survive much above this level. It didn't survive much above that level. So I was like, okay, since it has formed a pin bar or big pin bar, kangaroo tail, I don't know, whatever you call it. So I say, okay, I think the market is going to go down. Let me go down to the daily. I can just make my decision based on the weekly. I was like, okay, since the market didn't survive much from the bullish engulfing on here, went down straight, came back up to retest the previous resistance level. As you can see here, the previous daily resistance level, as you can see here, there was a level there. Let's color this, make it visible. So I'm using like the dark background right now because the white background actually at night it affects my eyes and something. So I just like using the dark one so I don't have eye problems at a young age. So as you can see here, it went back on the daily to retest these previous level. Like I see a lot of pro traders now. Like when I do analysis and I see other kind of professionals, millionaires and 6 figures traders, 7 figures traders do the same analysis, I feel confident, I feel happy. It doesn't always it's like that, but most times, whenever I do an analysis, I go look other people's posts and everything, and I see the same analysis. I'm like, okay, these other people, they did the same analysis, and probably because we have the same, almost the same style of trading, but because they are selling a particular pair doesn't mean I'll just go into the market and sell it. If it goes according to my kind of analysis and I say, okay, this is the way I plan to trade this, it goes on a sell according to my trading plan, my analysis, and my style of trading, I'll take a sell. If it goes on a buy, on my kind of setups and that I take, and I will take the buy even if it goes and all that. I'll take in sells. I'll take the opposite. If I lose, I'll know, yes, I stuck to my trading plan, and that's so too much of talk right now. Let's just focus on the chart and skip everything else. So this is what happened. It's like you can see it formed a head and shoulder here. Let's see the head and shoulder okay. You can say, okay, this thing formed a head and shoulder on here. Let's go home. This is the left shoulder. This is that, and this is the head. This is this, and this is that. This is the right shoulder, and you can see this is the neckline. So it went back to the test, to sell, all the same thing. I trade all these patterns. I do trade them. So I do trade them. I've trained my eyes to be able to capture patterns like this. You can see that is the head and shoulder and the daily, whatever, as long as you took the right trade, it's all good. So I went down to the H4. I did not take my trade on the daily time frame. I did not do that. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I could just based off the monthly, weekly. Sometimes I go for the monthly, weekly, then I can take my trades on the daily, but not always, not always. So I went down to the H4. I think the market was around somewhere here. I would sell, but this was not. This would have been a good trade, but I wanted to wait a little to make sure that the sellers are going to win this little battle on here. So I didn't want to just go in and buy and they just messed up later on. I was like, okay, I marked these up and I said, okay, this was the neckline on the daily head and shoulder. As you can see, it looks like a head and shoulder choppy misbehavior on the left and the right. Good. So this was like the neckline and was the level. If you look to the left, there's a level, as you can see here. Look to the level. There's a good level there. I'll place my box of redemption or box of whatever you call it there, and I was like, okay, if market breaks, if market can come down here, break below it and retest, show signs of rejection, I'm going to enter the sell. I'm going to enter the sell. So on the H4 market went up to retest these. I wanted an early entry because I was sure. I said, okay, if the H4 can go up, retest this area, then there is a great possibility that the market will go down. So after this bar or something like that, I went down to the H1 to get another confirmation to make sure shit is crazy as God. So I wanted to make sure that everything has shifted to the down. They were like okay for me to take the sell. So I took the sell on here, and my target is at the next level, just before the next level. As you can see here, that's where my target is at currently. So I think I can scale in one more time here, but let's chill on that one. If the market wants to continue down, I have to break below this level, come back to retest it. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it might just break down and just like boom, they never come back. Sometimes it breaks below it and go back to retest. So if it does that, I'm going to click a sell. I'm going to open another position and target this area here. So let's go to NZDCAD. So you can do that, you can do that, you can like take it when it happens. I know I'm already in, so NZDCAD, as you can see here, NZDCAD, I'm in loss for now, but I think I'll go in profit. I'll go in a little bit of profit on the weekly. Let's say I opened a position on this trade for like a long time. But you can see here, market is up, it's moving up, made a low, a higher low, and a higher high, higher low, higher high. I think it's like a higher low, something. But let's get down to the daily. You can see here, so my target, my overall target is around this area here. My target is around just below that level. So this is the weekly, as you guys can see. It was in descending. It was like it was going down and forming like a descending triangle, something like that. It was going down, making lower highs, lower low, lower highs on extent. Then the lows started becoming like a little bit flat. Before this one went lower, and well, that is not what I'm looking at presently. So as you can see here on the weekly, the momentum, as you can see, is up, lower, higher low. This previous one, that is signs of uptrend. If you know how to find uptrend. An uptrending market makes a series of higher highs and higher lows that are higher than the previous highs and the previous lows. And on the downtrend, it makes a series of lower highs and lower lows that are lower than the previous lows and lower than previous highs. So as you can see here, you can see this trade is currently still on here, so you can save it on the daily time frame. As you can see here, I entered above with a strong bullish bar, bullish daily bar. It broke above it. It's a green bar. You can see it broke above it and continue going to the upside. Let's go back down to the H4, so you guys can see how the price frames all blend in. So the stuff, they all blend in. So on the H4, after breaking above, it formed a level, came back to retest the trend line, the downtrend line. So the weekly downtrend line on the H4, it came down to retest it on the H4. Then from the resistance, it went up from the resistance, came back down to retest it. Since I know the market is up, the trend is your friend. You always follow the trend. You don't want to be trading against the trend. I mean, that will whoop you up in the butt. I'll whoop you in the butt. So you don't want to do that. You always trade with the trend. So one here from the resistance level came back to retest its downtrend line, went back up, pulled above it, broke above it, came back down. You can see here. You can see these wicks that went. There's wicks. You can see that wicks there. So as soon as it went back down to test it and pulled away after this bar, this bullish bar that pulled away from the level, I took the buy here. You can see this was the buy. I took the buy here. If you want to push it to the left side, you can see it's a little bit over 50% in profit right now. I think. Yeah, I think around 50% in profit right now. But that will be too long with this. I'm filling up my screen, so I put it there. And here, how did I find this trade and what happened here? So you can see this on the H4, it formed a level. All these are the levels, broke out of it, retested. I was actually planning to take this trade, but I think that was night. You can see here, this was midnight in my Nigerian time. Here you can see it was 4. It was exactly, I think it was around 4, very early in the morning. I was not with the phone, neither was I on my laptop. I was not on the internet then. I was like, okay, when I woke up, I saw that it has formed another resistance level here. I marked it up. And I was, okay, if the market can break above it, come down to retest, I will then take a buy. This was a little bit aggressive. It was really, really aggressive. I think after this spinning top, I entered the buy. This was like very aggressive. Let's go down to the 1 hour. I entered this on the 1 hour. I entered this trade on the 1 hour. I entered this trade on the 1 hour. You can see this. After a breakout, it came back to retest it. I took the buy after it pushed away. After pushing away, I took the buy. So on this trade, I'm just going to keep my hands. I'm just going to stay put and see how it's going to behave. As you can see here, I placed my stop loss below all these lows. So whenever it comes and hit my stop loss, then I'll know all the market is going to reverse or market's acting crazy before going back to its direction. So I'm going to be keeping my hands crossed on this one. I'm going to mark off this. If you have not entered any trade before, you can wait. If it wants to continue going up, it has to break above this H1 level. I think it's around the H4 level as well, and H1, H4 level. So it has to break above it, retest, reject before entering another buy. Before entering a buy on here, So I'm going to be taking my fingers crossed from this one. The overall direction presently is up, so I cannot take a sell in a buy section or a buy season. I'm going to always take a buying when the market uptrending and a selling in the market selling. So yes, that is that on the gold here. I think I'm gonna do like 3 more analysis and round up for today on the gold. Let me clean up this chart. I'm gonna wipe everything out. Boom. Let's have a clean chart here. Going to go to the weekly, to the weekly. Let's go down to the weekly. Let's go down to the weekly, down to the weekly, down to the weekly. Run this out a little bit. Run this out a little bit. Yes, you can see here, going to be marking up these levels. And the marking of this level, this is a level here, and the marking of this level, this is a level here. You can see this is a level here. This was a level. Change the color of the line. There is a level here. So this is a level here. This is actually a level. I'm going to be putting another level up here again. I'm going to be showing you guys why I'm doing this, because most people will just put a level up there and chill and forget about that other place. But you never know. Let's zoom in, because the market respected this area. The market respected this area. Let's mark another level up. And this level, you can see it return here, like yes, this is another level. As you can see here, I could be using your horizontal lines, but since I normally delete these, I will be deleting this every Sunday. This is what left. So you can see here, came down from the support before going up. Let's try a little bit, a little more. So let's zoom in and see what happened here. Why I placed these, that yellow box of redemption there. Let's go down and see why I did that. Let's go down and see why I did that. Why I had to put that box of redemption, yellow box of redemption there. Let's see, you guys can already see, for those pros out there, you can already see the reason why I did that. You can see the market here, it went up. You can see here, it went up, it came down, rejected at this area. For a trader, you need to be very smart. You need to be super smart. Your eyes need to be very active. As you can see here, it rejected, came back down, went back up. It didn't go up to this area. It respected this particular area here. I think I'm going to put something there so you guys can see the area I'm talking about. It respected this area here. Yes, you can see that pink, the place I marked with the pink circle there. You can see it, market respected it once, went back down to this level here, went back down to this level here, this level. Let me try and horizontal line on this one. Went back to this level. As you can see, this is the level. It went back down to that level, went up, went back down to the level, went up again. So that same support zone resistance level, came back down, went up again, which means this level was holding. It was holding. It was a good level. Market broke below it. It couldn't go back to retest last area, but it did retest this level. As you can see here, it retest these levels. So your eyes, you need to be super active and not wait for a trade that will never come. You have to like be super active. You can see here, market broke below it. It didn't go back to retest this previous support level. It came back to just this support level. As you can see here, tested it before going all the way down to that area, so you guys can see why I placed this here. And let's go this way, let's go this way. So what is happening here? You can see it. You can see all the lines are marked back there. You can see how they held here. They held a block here. See this? See this? They held. So forex is not that difficult. It's not difficult at all. As a trader, as a price action trader, you pick your trade off on the historical data. What has happened in the past? There is a possibility for that same particular thing to happen again. There is a possibility. You can see here, it was inspecting these zones. Like I always say, zones are not a straight line, they are an area, they are a particular area. They are not straight lines, they are areas. It can be from like a particular price to a particular price. That is the area. So you just don't base on, okay, if it hits this line, then I buy. It is an area. You can see here, respected these lines, came back down. It was the same zone. It was in the same area. Went up, came back down, resisted, went up, and so on and so forth. So what I'm currently thinking on gold right now. What I'm currently thinking on gold right now. You can see here, came back to resist, rejected, and weekly. So I'm going to go down to the daily. Going to go down to the daily and see. Yes. Go down to the daily and see. Oh shit, I want that to be S4. Let's go to the daily, sorry. Yes, so on the daily here you can see what can be seen here. You can see here already. You can see this already. So this is what is happening on the daily. So if price will continue going up, what I will wait first is for price to probably come here, come down here. Price may likely come down here. If price will continue going up, price will come down here in test, but I will not take a buy when its price comes here and reject. I will not. If I want to take a buy, I wait for price to break above this level, come back to retest, do something like this. So I'll wait for. I will not take a buy here. I'll wait for price to come up all the way here. Black and change color. Yes, I'll wait for price to go down there, come back here, retest. Then once it rejects, I will take a buy. Then my target will be at the extreme high. At the extreme high. But if price likely goes down from here, if price somehow change its direction and go down, what I will wait for is for price to come here. For price, I will not even take a sell if price just breaks below this and no. And wait for price to come down all the way here. Which, as you can see here, this is the level. This is a daily level. I think, and weekly as well. I wait for price to come down here, retest, show some rejections, and I will take a sell. My sell will be I'll take my first take profit here if it happens. I'm not going to say that it would likely to not sell. If it happens, there will be my first take profit, and this area will be my second take profit. Is going to continue going down, and I'll have to wait for it to break below retest. That is in the future. We don't know the future. Let's talk about the trade. So this is what I am thinking on gold right now. I'm thinking on gold right now. It still has a very bullish momentum. Still has a very bullish momentum. So it will likely come here, retest, and go up all the way to this area. But I will buy if it breaks above this and retest, and sell if it breaks above this level. I will not be taking my trade based off on the daily. I will be going down to the H4. I'll be going down to the H4, as you can see here. I'll be going down to the H4, taking my trade on the H4. I'm not going to take a trade on the H1. I don't normally take trades on H1, but if you're the person that does that, always can do. What I'm waiting for to buy is for price to come up all the way here. Price wants to continue going down. I do not know about sales from now. Price wants to continue going up. It has to like come up all the way here, break come back to retest and give me a lot of rejections and a signal to buy for taking any buys. But if it tries to go down, then this is the area I will be looking at. But now I'm still bullish. It's very bullish on this, on gold. I'm still bullish on gold for now until the momentum starts shifting. It starts shifting. As you can see, if you even want to put like a trend line, you can see it's still respecting the trend line. Yes, so it's still respecting the trend line. It hasn't shown any signs of possibly going down for now. It has not. So it's respecting this short trend line here. So it has to be below this trend line, below this level, and below this level just to be on the safe side. I mean, gold is very volatile. You don't know what you're doing in the market to wipe your account out. Proper risk management and all that. So this is my thoughts on those are my thoughts on gold. Let's go. Let's just do one more. I'm not trading UJ for now. UJ, I'm trading the dollar for now. Let's look at GBPJPY. GBPJPY. Let's look at that, and I'll close the video for today. Been on this journey for a long time. I'm gonna like chill on this one. I'm going to do the rest of the analysis later on. I'll probably post them on my group, my Facebook group. So I placed these stuff here. I have not entered the trade. I'm just looking at what is happening in the market. Just place this on here. So let's go to the weekly. Let's see what the weekly has to say. So guys, this is exactly how I trade. I didn't touch much pairs today because there's no time you can like replicate my system and do your thing on the other page, just the way I have done the things. So this is an extension that I use on my Google Chrome, the Forest Time, called Forest Time. So this is where I check the market, the sessions. So as you can see here, Sydney will be opening in 12 minutes. So this is how I do my analysis. For market opens, I do the analysis. Sometimes it just after market opens a little bit because of gaps and all that. So yeah, this is practically it. GBP, this is GBP on here. Most people will say this is shit, looks like shit, but if you know what you're doing, there's a lot of lines on my chart, but this is the weekly, so there's a lot of space between this to go down to the smaller time frame. So I just mark this up so I don't start looking back to the left and all that. These are zones. These bigger lines here, these are the major zones. These are the smaller ones are the minor zone. As you can see here, market went up and they're coming down, and then some other crazy stuff. We're doing some crazy stuff here, but it looks like it is ranging, going down, then trending on the smaller time frame. Because this, if you go to the H1, it is a good uptrend. But if you go down to the weekly, you start confusing yourself. That is why you need experience. You need experience to be able to trade this market. I have been trading this GBPJPY. I traded it a lot. I think I made a lot of profit from it on a week like that. I made a lot of profit. This choppy, but I made a lot of profit. So you can see here, this is the scalp. I just scalp this. I scalp it most of the time. Sometimes I day trade it. Sometimes I swing trade it. So it depends on how the opportunity presents themselves. So when we go to the lower time frame, as you can see here, so you guys already should know how to plot support and resistance. You should know how to identify support and resistance zones. If not, if you need a video on that, you can leave a comment below. I will do a video on that as well, how you can identify these zones. So here you can see, this is what is happening here. Market went up from level, came back down, broke above it, went to the next level, came back down, rejected, went up to reject on the daily, retest on the daily, retest, rejected, went back down. I was actually anticipating to take a sell if market had broken below this area. I would have taken a sell, place my stop loss, my target on this area. So if you are pretty active, you'll be kind of the kind of guy that has sharp eyes. You can see, you can say, okay, market formed an inverted head and shoulder pattern here. You can see the shoulder, neck, shoulder. The kind of guy that it looks. You can say that it will work. It will have worked as well. You can see the neckline. The neckline market broke up of it, came down to retest. You could have taken your buy there, and that, and that, and that. So this is what happened. You can see this. You can see how market has been respecting. You can see how market has been respecting these levels here. You can see market has been respecting these levels a lot. See these daily levels. You can see here. You can see this. So this line to the left. I don't know, this is very visible for you guys. But you can see how market is respecting these levels. So support and resistance level, they work. Market respects them a lot of the time. It respects them more than it disrespects them. So you can see these levels, how market started making a series of highs and lows, higher highs here. So let's go back to the day, to the H4. The H4, you can see here. The H4, you can see the levels better. You see the levels better here. So you can see how market has been like doing some other things. And I was anticipating that, okay, I will continue taking the sell if the market can break below this, come back to this, but market, unfortunately, market did not do that. So I have to like chill. So here you can see, we can say, okay, this was another level here. We say, okay, this was another level here. It was still being correct. You can see this is another level. Here, market went up, came down, broke above this level here, came back to retest it. So if you are like my kind of person that stores scalp sometimes, after these rejections here, you can pick your buy. You can pick your buy. You can buy, target this previous area here. You can say this, target this previous area. That would have been beat. So probably if market came back down and rejected again, as you can see, the market rejected again. It's up, came back down, more like resisted these levels here, went back up, blah blah blah. So this is how the market moves. The market doesn't move straight. The market does not move straight. Let's go to the H1 and see. Go to the H1. So guys, this is practically how I trade. Trading is like boring. Doing analysis for me is boring, a little bit boring. I'm not a pro yet. I'm still learning. In fact, I am learning like every single day. I learn from different people that trade price action. I learn from different people. So you can see how markets moved, came back down to resist the previous levels, resisted it here, again went up, and came back down here to retest it. You have to be patient. Most people that entered here, I will place their stop loss around here. So I said it's good, but my kind of trading setup doesn't allow me to do that. So I wait. After this spin bar, I would have taken a buy, but I think I was not on the chart for like that week or so. So as you can see here, market went up to the previous level, I showed earlier, the previous level, and it broke below the trend line. As you can see here, this is what market is going to do. Breaking down, going up. I'm not going to take a sell yet. I'm not taking a sell for now. Look, I would have taken a sell here. The other time I stopped it a little bit, but I did not do that. I just had to chill and be patient. So what I'm waiting for now is the market to come down here, retest this, market retest these area reject to the downside. I will likely take a sell. I will likely take a sell. So what I'm waiting for now is the market to break below this level, come back to retest it, and take a sell. But if I'm to be more patient, I'm practically going to wait for that market come back down into this area. You can decide to wait for anyone. These are levels. If market comes here, breaks below it, retest, show me some good, pull away from the level. This was like, for some people, this is like a retest, but no, market didn't pull away from the level much, so I could not have taken a sell there. So what I'm waiting for now is the market to come down to this area now, retest it, give me that bearish strong bar, pull away bar from the level, then I will take a sell. Would likely take a sell, put my stop loss above this area, and target the previous lows here. This is the previous lows, you can see. This is the previous low. I'll target this level. I'm going to target this previous low here. Take my first take profit will be around here. So if it hits here, if possible, if it happens, that is not possibly going down. If it hits here, I will take my first take profit, put my stop loss at break even, then wait for the market to come all the way here to take my overall take profit. The market decides to continue going up. If this was a little correction, the market decides to go up, this is where I'm going to be looking to take a buy. I will not take a buy here. I will take a buy only when market comes up all the way to this place here. Market decides to go there, retest properly, reject, I will take a buy. And it's like very clear here where my overall take profit will be at. It will be at this level here. It will be at this level as you see here. This is where my take profit will be at. My overall take profit if market decides to go up. So I'm going to be keeping my fingers crossed, but I'm not. So now I'm not going to trade GBP. I'm not going to trade I'm not going to enter into new trades on GBP pair for today. Only this EURGBP, I think it's enough. So guys, you can apply this strategy on other pairs. It works. I've been trading it for a long time. It works for not too long. I mean, I've been into forex for like how many? I think I've been in forex since October last year. So you guys can see how quick you can capture this if you are serious. I've been in forex market in less than a year now. Not even up to a year. I think like this is like July, August, September, October. I've been in the forex market for just 9 months. I mean like a newbie in this market, but I have been making little profits. I've been making little profits. This was a trade I placed. But unfortunately, it didn't go well for me. For that same day, I placed a trade on NZDCAD or so. I took a win there. Let me show you guys that one. I took a win, and that win covered my loss on AUDNZD. You can see it here. AUDNZD. So guys, this is the reason why I might not be trading GBP pair for now. For this morning, probably in the New York session, I might decide to trade it. The setup well. Let's see here, BOE Governor Bailey State, whatever that name is. I'm not educated, so this guy here, this high impact expected news. This is the reason I'm going to be sitting on my hands for some hours and watch how this news makes the market feel before I enter any trade. But I'm looking at it though. I'm looking at this trade. This trade is going to be wonderful. If you know about currency correlation, you can see that the GBP, the JPY, I need to see more like doing something. It's doing something. You can see the similarities. You can see the similarities on the chart. So I'm just going to chill, keep my hands crossed, and watch how everything goes. So guys, this is the structure of how I trade. You can apply this. And guys, please click on the like and tell me how like this video and tell me how you feel about this video. And if you guys would want me to continue dropping videos like this, sharing how I trade, my analysis, my trades, all that and everything, guys. So click on the subscribe button and the notification bell will appear afterwards, guys. Let's grow this channel. It belongs to all of us. Let's grow our channel. Let's grow this channel so that I can drop more and more content that are very dope and educating content. So guys, this will be all for today. Until the next video, stay blessed and stay safe, guys. Have a good trading week. Peace out.